Namaste. So let us now discuss how to think about equities, real estate, and gold. We keep getting these questions. Should I now invest in equities or will now real estate do well? Last 10 years, this has done well, that has done well. When should I buy gold? Will gold price start going up more? So these are the questions that we get asked a lot of time. How much cash to have? This I can't answer everything in this video because it will be too long, and I don't know how many people have the time. So I will just give you the basic thinking, and as we do more of this kind of videos, I think the questions will be answered. So please listen carefully because there's no other material. It's just something that I'm just trying to share with you. Equity and real estate are tied at the hip to the economic activity. Okay, if economy does well, these both will do well. What is equity? You are the owner of the business. Okay, and land will only do well if businesses do well. Let me explain. Let me go deeper. When will land have value? Right? When will just try to imagine? I'm just giving you a 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds before I start answering. When will land have value? When will land value keep increasing? And where? What kind of land will have more value? Land will have what is land used for? Keep the farmland and minerals, mines, and that kind of thing aside, and just think of land, normal land, which is most what we see or where we can invest. Land is either used to build homes on it and sell, or build a hospital, or build a mall, or build some commercial complex where people can start their own businesses and these kind of things, right? Like you start a theme park or you start something, cinema halls. It is either used for a business activity or a residential activity, right? Can we agree on this? Most of it. Don't come up with there's a park, I understand, which is the government part. I'm not going there. But most of the land is either used for a business activity or residential activity. So land will have only demand when more people can afford to buy homes. Land will have demand when there is a lot of business activity. Like, to make it very simplistic and straightforward, land in my hometown will not be like, I'm from Ongole, let's say. My hometown will not be as costly as land in Hyderabad, because Hyderabad has a lot higher or greater economic activity. Even in Hyderabad, commercial places, in and around commercial places, the land value will be more than in a non-commercial far away place, right? Agreed? So what drives land value is business, because businesses create jobs. Only if you have jobs, you have incomes. Only if your incomes are growing, and if you are very sure that your incomes will keep growing, only then you will buy house. Only then there will be demand for apartments or gated communities or whatever, right? Because nobody buys home with full cash, they take loan. And once you have to, most people, when they have to take loan, they have to be sure of their future earning capability, right? So ultimately it is a business ability to create jobs and income growth is what is driving demand for house. Why are more malls in Hyderabad and not in Ongole? Because more people will visit mall, because more people with higher income, there are more people with higher income in Hyderabad than in some small village or a small town. Why better hospitals are constructed in Hyderabad? Because people can can spend more on healthcare in cities, right? So if you want to buy a land for hospital, it will not be as costly in a village than as it would be in some place like Hyderabad or Mumbai or Chennai or Bangalore, right? So you understand what I'm saying? Unless businesses create jobs and incomes, and people incomes keep growing, there's no concept of value for land. Okay, please don't think population is high, that's why land is scarce. No, like there's a Mark Twain saying, nobody's making land anymore, so go buy. No. Land is the most flexible asset. Just think why. I am now in an apartment which has 5 floors. I don't know, maybe after 78 years they'll redevelop. I can write and give you, it will be 50 floors. So on the same land, 100 families can live, 1,000 families also can live. Right? Real estate is the most flexible asset class. In your house, if you have 3 bedroom, 6 people can live, 8 people can live. Yeah, I understand 50 people can't live, but even one guy can live. Right? So there's no concept of land is scarce, that's why it is valuable. No. Even in Mumbai, let's say Mumbai is a landlocked city. Even if it is landlocked and there is no economic activity, there will be no value for land. Okay, I'm not going into deeper issues of Mumbai because Mumbai has a lot of supply demand issues. So I'm not trying to throw my opinion on it will be too simplistic. But I'm trying to impress upon you that land will have only value if businesses do well. That is why commercial places land value is higher than in a normal place. So land and businesses are tied at the hip. So equities and real estate will perform together or will not perform at all in the next 20, 30 years. Or a 10-year, maybe this will do well, real estate will do well better than equities. In the last 10 years, equities did well. Maybe in the next 10 years, real estate will do well. I'm not the one to give what will do well. Right? Or a 5, 10, 15 year, I don't know. But or a 30, 40, 50 year, both will do well or both will not do well. Because both are tied at the hip to the economic activity in that country. Only as people earn more money, they will want better houses. Only if they want better houses, people will pay more for that land. Only if people can spend more money going to the malls, people will build malls. Only if people spend more in hospitals, people will build better hospitals. Only then the corresponding value for the land will go up. Because land has broadly two uses, business and residential. And this residential also is a function of businesses creating jobs and incomes. So don't think these two asset classes are some different, not related. No, they are related. That is why land prices in commercial activity will be like in Madhapur, land will be much costlier than I don't know places like in some place in Secunderabad, right? Because there's a lot more economic activity in Madhapur than in some place in Secunderabad. So this is broadly what I want you to understand. So over a 30, 40, 50 year period, both will do well, boss, or both will not do well. Because ultimately drivers, what creates wealth in real estate or equity is ultimately the economy growing only. Okay? Equities will do better than real estate over a 30, 40 year period because they're owners. Ultimately, you're owner of that, like we discussed in the previous video. When you are part of equities, you are the owner. So you will do definitely better than real estate, but both will do well. It will not be a great difference. Or there may be a great difference, so let me not go there. Both will do well. Let me put it here. Yeah, there will be difference and some. If our economy does really great and we create really great companies, equities will do much better than real estate. But I don't want to throw an opinion and confuse. Both will do well. You should have money in both. How much to put in both is something that I should not be advising over a video. You can talk to people whom you know, or you can call us. We can discuss. But I can't just say put half. Wherever you are comfortable, both will do well. If businesses do well, both will do well. How to think of gold now? Gold is like an insurance to the system. That is why if you see our ancestors would have created a culture where you can sell anything. You can sell your house, you can sell your business, you can sell your land, but you should never sell your gold. You only pledge your gold. Like in Telugu, we call it Stridhanam. Like, I don't know, it will not be I don't think I can translate it good in English, but it's like never sell your gold. Maximum is pledge it. That was a culture because gold is like an insurance. What is it insurance for? It is insurance that someday all these businesses, this system that is helping us grow will stop or get destroyed or will stop growing. That is why when COVID happened, gold prices increased because immediately the demand for insurance went up because there was a fear that the system is collapsing. Businesses are getting shut. People are staying at homes. You don't know who will have the job, who will not have the job. All the loans, whether people will pay back. You didn't know. So for that period till the COVID uncertainty, when I say COVID uncertainty, I'm not talking about the health uncertainty, but the economic uncertainty. Till that came down, gold's prices were higher. If you remember, you can go and see the chart. The moment COVID people started shutting down economies, gold shot up, right? So gold is like an insurance. How much insurance you should have? I would say have 5%. If you are very rich, think in terms of number of years of expenses, like 5 to 10 years of expenses max you can have max. If you are not very rich, start buying some part of your assets in gold, 5% or 10% of your assets in gold. If you are very rich, just think in terms of number of years of expenses. If system collapses someday, how many years before systems resurrects again? How many years of expenses? Because when system collapses, only currency that people will accept is gold. The moment system collapses, there's no rupee, there's no dollar, nothing. Only gold. That is why our ancestors made it a habit that especially in emerging countries, like we were all, like last 800 years we were ruled. And kings, there used to be kingdoms, right? Like one king will come, somebody will occupy us. All this uncertainty, the transition happens best when you have some percentage of your assets as gold. That doesn't mean you put all the money in gold. Gold will not outperform equity nor real estate, but it will act as an insurance. So make it a habit that you have some part of your assets as gold. If you are not very rich, 5 to 10% max. If you are very rich, think in terms of number of years of expenses that would meet your family's expense, and that much you put it in gold. After that, you put all the assets for growth, means equity or real estate. I don't know if I've confused. If you are very rich, have next 4 to 5 years of expenses, or if you are very conservative and very rich, have 10 years of expenses in gold. If you are not very rich or moderate, or you are just starting out, start maintaining 5 to 10% of your wealth in gold, and the rest put it into growth assets. What do I mean by growth assets? Equity and real estate. In what proportions? I don't want to give a statement on it. You can discuss whatever you are comfortable with. As we discuss more, as I make more videos, I will start giving my opinion. I am biased because I'm a 100% equity guy. So you should not take me completely here. You should just listen to the basics and form your opinion. I'm very comfortable with equities. You may not be as comfortable. So, but both will do well. Equities will definitely do better than real estate. That doesn't mean you put all your money in stocks. You put in both. If you're actually more comfortable in real estate, you put more in real estate and not that much in stocks. So I'm not getting into percentages, but real estate and equity are tied at the hip to the economic activity. Please get this. They are not different over a 30, 40 year. Or a 5, 10 year, next 5 years, last 5 years, who will do well? I don't know. Which city will do well? I don't know. Nobody knows. But, or people may know who are doing real analysis, but I don't want to give an opinion on it. But over a 30, 40 year, it is all tied at the hip. Wherever economic activity is more, land price will go up. Okay? So if you have any clarifications on how to think between equity and real estate proportions, you can contact us. But the basic is both are not vastly different asset classes. Both will do well over the long run. Equities will outperform everybody because you are owner there. And your partner, when you're buying stocks or you're starting your own business, you are partnering with successful business, right? So, and gold is an insurance. It's not an asset. Okay. Who knows, tomorrow Bitcoin may turn out in the next 100, 200 years to be the better insurance than gold. I don't know. I don't have an opinion or very strong opinion. I have few ideas which I don't want to confuse you with because I myself am confused on Bitcoin. So let me stop here. So I think I've made it clear on what is my view on gold, real estate and equities. Thank you.